Sometimes it can be very difficult to believe just how little we need to do in order to achieve a natural sound. The case in point today, I want to take a look at what's called the fast D or the flap T sound. Now, if you've never studied pronunciation before, you may be like, what does that even mean? Take a look at a word like letter. 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 Something that we see very often is when you have T, or when you have two vowel sounds with a T in the middle, or when you have like an R and a T and a Y, or when you have like a T and an L. What happens to that T sound is it completely changes. It no longer becomes a t, but makes something that's almost like a D sound. So, for instance, letter, which maybe, for instance, if you're used to like British English training or something like that, becomes letter. But a lot of students are doing like letter and things like that, when the reality is this sound is very, very light. So I want to practice going over the fast D, flap T sound in American English pronunciation. Good morning, guys. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We're here to give you your 5-10 minutes of pronunciation practice for the day, typically between 7 to 8 a.m. New York. To guide you in this process, this is me. Hello, my name's Geoff. Rhymes with breath. It's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound, including placement, pitch, breath, trying to weaken your consonant sounds in order to strengthen your vowel sounds. That's what this fast D sound is going to do. It's going to add breath to your speech. It's going to make sure that your consonant sounds are weaker so that way your vowels get a lot more time. Okay, so let's take a look again at this word letter. Focus on the vowels really quick. You have this sound, and then you have this sound. Just try to say those really quick. It's like Some things I want you to notice. That that first syllable is stressed. It's higher pitch. It's a little bit longer. And then that second part, it's so fast, right? It's so weak. You barely hear it. It's a lot softer. It's not as firm. It's lower in pitch. It's like Just try to link those two really quick. It's like Can you do that a little faster? That essentially is going to be our movement. When we get these fast D, flap T sounds, we're basically just trying to get from vowel to vowel. We don't really care a lot about the T or the fast D itself. We really just care about transitioning from vowel to vowel. So I want you to try to do this progression with me for a couple of sounds that have this fast D sound. Remember, our goal is to try to just get from vowel to vowel. So can you say for me, letter, letter, letter. Let's try saying letter 3 times. Letter, letter. Send a letter. Mail a letter. Give me a letter. Things like that. See how weak the fast D sound is? Well, a lot of students are doing is say, give me a letter. Make it better. Things like that, where it's too strong. We're making a real heavy D sound. But the reality is it's not really about the consonant. It's about the vowel. Let's try to look at another word. Let's look at the word better. Okay, so again, better, better, better. See how weak, again, that sound is at the end. Lots of breath coming through. Let's try saying better 3 times. Better. When you're learning this fast D sound, something that happens a lot is people are taught that, I need to like raise and lower the back of my tongue, or I need to raise and lower the front of my tongue a lot. Both of those things are possible, but not entirely necessary. If I raise the front of my tongue down and up a lot with a lot of movement, maybe making contact with my palate up top, what's going to happen is, or my ridge, that's going to make the sound a lot firmer. So instead of saying better, I might get like better. Or if instead of saying letter, I might get letter. Those heavier fast D sounds are possible. You will hear native speakers using them. However, they can cause a lot of friction and block a lot of breath. So in general, I try to suggest weakening it. You don't need to move your tongue a lot. You don't need heavy contact with your tongue in any other part of your mouth. You just need to very, very, very slightly raise the back of your tongue up and down. That's the minimal amount of movement you need. Better. Letter. Okay. How about another word? Like, for instance, better, letter. Let's do setter. Like if for my people at the gym, if you weightlift, you might have a setter. Okay, so a setter, it's the same idea. It's like setter, Let's just try to work on that part. Let's not try to weaken the My tongue's barely moving. And then we can say the word setter, 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 setter. Okay, so when you're doing these fast D sounds, what I really just want you to practice is trying to minimize the movement. I'm going to give you a couple of words now that have a fast D sound. I'd like you to try to practice doing it with minimal tongue movement. So again, better, better, setter, setter, letter, letter, already. Ooh, I've tricked you, right? So now we have a D sound, but this sound also applies to Ds as well, like in already. Already. Better. Better. Deader. Deader. Forgetter. Forgetter. Okay. As you practice these, let me know. Are you having a hard time? Is your D sound too strong? Or do you feel like you're able to get this? Again, my last tip once more is make sure that that final sound is soft enough and weak enough with the That really is the key. A lot of students are doing like better, getter, things like that. And it's like just ending on this like like almost like growling to people. And we don't want to growl at people. You know, it's going to be very soft. It's not an It's more of an I'll include a link to an R sound video if you feel like your R sounds are a little bit too strong, or maybe you're having a hard time making the pitch a little bit softer at the end there. So hopefully that will help out a little bit. Before we head out, I do want to just give a quick shout out to a group that helps make this stream, these videos possible for Wake Up American, and that is Elsa. Elsa is an app that you can have on your phone which can help you with your pronunciation. The first thing it does is you can take a pronunciation test to find out what your specific weaknesses are, and then you can target them, because with this link I'm going to give you, you can see it in the description or in the comments, you'll get premium access for free for a week. So if I were you, this is what I would do. I'll take the pronunciation test. I would record myself doing the premium exercises on Elsa until I get my practice. So that way, if I don't like Elsa, I still have some things to practice. If I do like Elsa, then hey, I'll keep doing the app because it's going to help you out, especially for these little sounds in American English, like lock versus luck, or like sit versus seat, things like that. If you confuse sounds in American English, that is where I think Elsa really shines, and I hope you find it helpful. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know there's a lot of pronunciation resources out there, so the fact you spend some time here is greatly appreciated. I'll see you all later. Hope you have a good day, good night, and a good afternoon.